I was back in Mindelo. Why? Well, because I made a promise. I promised a friend we would sail together and discover places with Galopin. Who is that friend? Well, here she is. Many of you know Wendy. But before we sail off, there's things we must attend to, like Carnaval. It's a big thing here, and as a world sailor, one must go with the flow. Go with the flow, we must go and get prepared. It seems here that as soon as one celebration ends, another begins. We just got over the holidays and here comes Mardi Gras, Carnaval. The people here have been preparing all year for this one night. Wendy came with not one sister, but two. Jessica here, who got a night off from her duties as a mom. And me, well...
It's Carnival time! Can you hear it out there? Who would have known it? I'm going out there. Wendy's waiting for me with her sister Louie.
So, not only did her sister Louie come, but also Jessica. And Wendy, well, she dressed the part. And this guy, that's Vlaus, a friend I've known from when I first came here. He's dressed as a Mandiga warrior. It's the tradition here that links Cape Verdeans to their ancestral African roots. He looks mean, but he's not. We couldn't stay too long. Jessica had to get back to her little boy, and Wendy, being the older sister, well, she took them home. Now back to boat stuff. There's always something. And the something that's been bothering me is my autopilot. And this is a lot less fun than carnavaling around with Wendy and her sisters.
I've taken apart my autopilot drive unit again because there's something wrong. I've decided to give it a good lube, a good greasing in there, in the worm shaft or whatever you call it, that infinite screw. So it's nice and smooth. I got some good grease. And then I've got this problem with these gears. Let me show you. You know, there's something... it's not gelling. The gear shift's back in there. Okay, it's all greased up. Now the one problem is this. This gear here, which I replaced. Here, look at this. It was all worn out. In some diagrams, it's like that, as it is here. In other diagrams, it's like this. Keeps the belt from rubbing against the aluminum. Some diagrams is like this, some diagrams like that. And then there's this other piece, this piece here, which goes here. In some diagrams it's like this, other diagrams it's like this. Now, this would make sense if this was here, because that's why the belt rubs here. So I try to do this, but it doesn't function right unless I did something wrong. So I'm going to try this again with the belt, because this makes sense. That this would be here, keeps the belt from rubbing. Belt that goes here, right? Let's see. Here's the other problem. This is what broke or didn't stop working when I was out at sea. So you can see the teeth here are all worn out. And those teeth go here. And they go actually here and they get all worn out. Now in the kit you're delivered plastic gears, but these gears don't fit. Look, the difference is if you look at the old gears that I used here, look how they've been worn. Check this out. The old one, and here's the new one. Look at that. One's sharp and the other is nice and round. So the sharp one has been digging into here and wearing that out and makes the whole friggin' pilot slip. Now I've got a new part that I put in, but it's already starting to wear a little bit just by barely using it for about 12 hours. That's not right. So, and this won't fit these big gears in plastic. Now I've got plastic gears I had cut from these. Now if I put these in, will it work? These plastic. I don't know, because look at the hole. It's way too big. See that? These are too big for the holes, damn it! So, what do? Do I use these or the plastic ones that are loose? Ah, it's a dilemma. Ray Marine, you know, help me out here, man. Because this piece cost 80 bucks. Let's put this back together. It seems to be functioning. This sounds pretty darn smooth.
Meanwhile, the wind was back, and my stern mooring broke. But with the help of my friend Cheetah and his nephew Petu, they tied Galopin down. And Wendy would come around for some dance time, which made me think.
You know what? I've rethought my autopilot. I put a bunch of grease in there. Wasn't a good thing. I just took all the grease off the shaft, left it, you know, lubricated, but took off all the grease. It was like really hard. Now it's super easy. And I'm taking all the grease that I put on in the gears there. This is stupid. I asked people, I saw some stuff online where some guy was putting some grease on there. Nah, that's not a good idea. What I've got is a Teflon lubricant. That I'll put on. But now I'm just putting it back together with that, and I'm going to go with that.
Greasing those gears was not a good idea. I cleaned them off and used a dry silicone lubricant so that we will be prepared to get back out soon. Watching those boats go makes me want to go. Soon enough.
The wind is back, everybody. Super windy today. And it's gonna be like that for the most of the weekend, next few days. Big low pressure up in the north there. Near Spain and England and France. And it's making it blow down here. Oof.
When the wind blows here, it goes from 20 to 40 knots, day and night. It can be really stressful when you're in your boat. It pulls and tugs, shakes and rattles like a carnival ride. But at the same time, you don't feel like leaving your boats because you're afraid something could happen.
I don't like to leave the boat out, even though it's tied down to a good mooring. I don't know. I feel kind of strange just leaving them here because it's tugging and pulling, and I didn't tell you the story yet, but my friend Henrik almost lost his boat. His anchor chain broke and he drifted away.
Yep, he was anchored out there in the bay. Been there several weeks. And one morning, while he was having coffee at the marina, some folks told him his boat was drifting away. Luckily, some fishermen and yacht neighbors were able to tie his boat to a mooring ball until he could get to it. Had it been at night, he may have found his boat beached on the rocks. It's just part of life out here for us full-time sailors. Hello, welcome to Galopin. These are our studios, man. This is where the magic happens. It's humble, but it gets the job done. It's because of the great people like you on Patreon who make this happen. This Living Adventure series. I hope you'll join our community. We've got some extra perks like live updates, news, photos, videos, and I've even taken a stab at writing some short stories which are not for general audiences on YouTube. And our friend Graham from Australia set up a WhatsApp chat to aptly called Galopin's Cockpit. Guys from all over have joined, and it's this community that's contributing to the continuation of this Living Adventure series. If not, you can always watch us for free on YouTube. Make sure to give us a like or a dislike, make a comment, make your opinion heard. I'll try to get back to you. Thanks for watching this episode of Voyage, a real living adventure series. It's not fake, baby.